everybody, it's Willow with another Willow's Vintage Homestead. I know it's been a while, but hey, you know, things happen, the holidays and such. I actually got halfway done with a project and remembered, oh yeah, I haven't been filming anything. What I keep doing is doing stuff around here and getting done, and I go in the house and like, well, that was a good project that I forgot to film again. So anyway, I thought I would show you, I'm making a nest box for my chickens out of some scrap lumber, and I'm just showing you how I'm doing that. So speaking of chickens, this actually is an enclosure that we did on the side of the original trailer that's been here for decades. That's no longer a house, it's just storage. So what we did actually, what this is we made a little cat yard for our old cat Gracie, who has since passed away. And the chicken pen that I showed in my other video just wasn't secure enough. I actually ended up losing some chickens due to predators. We have a lot more predators and a lot smarter predators than I thought we did. So here's the current crop of chickens. Hello, ladies. Ladies. And we're starting to get eggs. They're quite young, so they're just now starting to lay. And right now we're getting them back there in basically a sort of thrown together shelter, as I had to move them quickly. So I'm going to make it better and actually have a nest box that doesn't require me to bash my head on this very low slanty building, which otherwise is great. It's otherwise a fine thing. Nice hook here. You can get in here easily. Hi. No, this is not food. This is definitely not food. So I'm ever improving their little thing here. There's a little ramp that goes up to a little door. Again, this was for Gracie to keep her safe outside. Now it's become chicken land. And this is not, yeah, no, obviously this is not ideal. And I need to improve their space. So that's what I've been doing today. So here's the other side of the entryway. There's storage in here. There's trash cans and but there's the other side of the little door that goes out to their pen. You can probably hear them. So what I'm going to do is use this little cat door as the door into their nest box. So I'm going to put it between these two studs. It's 22 inches, and I've already cut the sides that are going to go inside here like so. This is just here to hold these boards into place so that this is closed. I need another board under here to make up the same height, so I just need a 2x4 to put under it. Two sides that are going to go in between these two studs, and the back, the floor, and then a sloped lid with a hinge. So I can just lift this up and get the eggs out of it. And then, it's enough for 3 chickens to fit in here on a cold night. They can all kind of cozy up. So let me show you what I'm doing scrap lumber wise. So because nobody's around, I've just been using a brick to hold down the end while I take the circular saw and just, cut things to length. This ended up being a little narrower than I had thought. I need 22 inches. It's actually like 20 and a half. So I'm putting some boards here to kind of extend this edge and give something to nail into for the other 2 sides. So once I do that, I just got to cut the floor and then assemble all of that with screws. And then once I do that, then I can figure out how long the sloped top should be, and then just attach that with a couple of hinges, fill it with some sawdust, and boom. As on any rural property, you've got just assorted whatever hanging around. Not just because, why throw out perfectly good screws, but the other thing too is that we're, half an hour from the nearest hardware store, so it's like a pain to go drop everything and go, oh, I need to go buy some screws. If you have them, then you can just, use what you got on hand. It's a chicken coop. It just doesn't matter if it looks pretty. I mean, if you want to be extra and do that. But I'm using screws, not nails, so that the sides don't pull apart because, there's going to be, chickens wanting to push this out. So if you have nails, they'll work their way out, whereas a screw is going to hold tight. A nail is good for perpendicular shear strength, whereas a screw is good for lateral strength and not pulling out of things. So you don't want to use a screw if you know there's going to be downward or sideways pressure. You want to use a nail. If it's going to be this kind of pressure, you want to use a screw. It looks like that's a good length to go to be able to penetrate into that board. So that's fine. So let me screw this is the back or the end. Basically, it's 14 inches out from the studs. Anyway, I'll show you in a second here. See, what I'm really hoping is that I don't have to drill pilot holes, because who wants to deal with that? So, oh, good. Okay, good. I don't have to drill pilot holes. Yay! Let's see what kind of screws I can scavenge. Screws I can scavenge out of my stuff here. I'm sure it doesn't have to look nice. Is that going to go all the way through? No. Check your depth before you screw something, or else you're going to poke a hole in your stuff. Ask me how I know that. Years of experience poking holes in my stuff. Slightly rotten, apparently. That's funny. Okay, first I got to do the floor, which is going to be, 14. So I need 14 by 22 floor. Okay, I got to cut that piece, put that in first, then I can put the rest on top of that. Okay. Okay, so I want 14 by 22 or whatever this width is. That's fine. That'll be my floor. Okay. Okay. Safety first. Hearing protection. There's my floor. Now, I don't have safety glasses on because I do have high impact plastic lenses already, so that acts basically as safety glasses. And then we have a floor. Let's screw that in. Huzzah! And I've got a little, bottom piece here that these sides can sit on. And that is going to fit like that. That is going to fit like that. And it turns out having it smaller is actually perfect, because that can fit right in there. Let's see, can that even go over a little bit? Yeah, I'll make it work. I'll make it work. Anyway, so that can fit in there. That's just the, covering that up so they don't come out and go, hey, what's going on? Well, I'm trying to do my work here. So y'all chickens can wait. Put a couple in here just to hold this board in place. I'm just absolutely bodging this together. I mean, and by bodging, I don't mean screwing it up. Well, wait, I'm using screws. I don't mean messing it up. I mean, it's just thrown together. It's just whatever. It kind of just doesn't matter kind of how it's put together. It's just, it's for chickens. It's fine. It's not art. So. Got this all screwed together. And I've got a toenail here and here to go at an angle basically. So it ain't going to shift around. It could go anywhere. I just got to do the top now. So let's see. Well, the box is 22 and a hair, 22-ish, something like that. So this measurement though, that's 15. So I'm going to give a little bit of overhang. Let's just say 16 by, cannot be any bigger than 22. So let's do 16 by Well, whatever that width is, right? As long as it hits this edge, it doesn't matter if there's gaps. And sometimes you want a gap with, chicken coop or a nest box. And then just a handle, 2 hinges, and we're done. Well, and put straw in it. Hinges, the only trick is to make sure that they are going to fold the correct direction. So, trial and error, learn from my mistakes. What I've done is I've gone, yep, that's a hinge, all right, and stick it on there. And then it doesn't open the right direction for the finished thing you're trying to do. So test the hinge direction first. So, let's see. Is that going to open how I expect? Yes, that's going to open that way, like that. And I'm going to allow a little gap so that, the thing doesn't bind up when you're trying to open it. So I'll stick on a couple of hinges, stick on a sash lift handle. Doesn't need to be big, it's just nice. You don't even need one, you can just get your fingers under the edge and lift it up. I like the little handle. I'm going to be extra about that. There we have it. A quickly bodged together with no plan nest box for 2 or 3 chickens. I have 3 chickens. They compact, they get small. And by the way, if you've been noticing this sketchy as hell electrical box, there's no power going to it. It's been disconnected. It just looks horrendous. Don't worry about that. Okay, it is the next day, and I have some weeds out of the garden and some scraps that I don't want. Boy, do they like their scraps. And hello, ladies. Hi. Oh, I ended up putting paper in there because I didn't have any grass or shavings or anything. Let's see if there's any eggs in there. No eggs in there. I bet they've laid them in the new nest box. Let's see. Let's see here. I've just got a rock on here just so that like random skunks or whatever don't try and get in there. Haha! Success! Yay! Oh, do I have a crack? No, it's not cracked. They've kind of squished down the paper shreddings that I put in there because I don't have any straw. So I just shredded up some scripts actually and some other paper. A good use for old scripts, people. Nest box padding. But hooray! Look at that. 2 lovely eggs. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed my little demonstration of how to absolutely throw something together by the seat of your pants in a few hours for a chicken nest box. Say that 5 times fast. Chicken nest box. Join me again next time on Willow's Vintage Homestead.